Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. As always, I am super excited to be practicing. I got up to do a morning session before work, so this is right now an 8 a.m. session. And y'all, I'm really not a morning person. However, I am really trying to do a better habit because I have really never gone to bed before midnight in several years, like in forever, for as long as I can remember. So if I actually go to sleep by like 11:30, I feel pretty successful. But yeah, I am super excited to be getting back onto the ice after a very refreshing weekend camping with my friend. We went to the Black Canyon of the Gunnison and it is so pretty. In my opinion, it's definitely one of the underrated national parks because the views are gorgeous. Now, there's not a whole lot of hiking trails and all that, but still the views are just outstanding. And I'm hoping the next time I go, I can go into the canyon. Of course, I always start off with my stretching, and before this I did do my off-ice warm-up, and then before I started recording I did do my on-ice warm-up. So I'm just stretching and then I will get into my practice. Now, normally I always start off with my spins when I'm done with my warm-up, but because I'm preparing to take my pre-juve test next month, I went ahead and started working on my 3 turns for the day. And y'all, the 3 turns has been something I've been working on for a few months. They definitely are very tricky for me to do, especially when it comes to the back inside and back outside edges. There's just something about going back which kind of freaks me out. I will say, however, doing the forward inside to the back outside, it's definitely easier than doing the forward outside to the back inside. And now I'm trying to work on my 5-step mohawk. So I really have not been working on this sequence as much as I should have. And I don't know what it is about the mohawk, but I really struggle with doing a mohawk. It's like one of the most simple things to do, but I struggle so much with it for some reason. And now I'm getting into my spins. But when I tell y'all, my body was just not feeling it. Like, I really couldn't get in a decent spin, a decent front scratch spin, or anything. I was just not feeling it. My body was like, we are not doing this today. And the last one before I move on. So of course, y'all already know that I have been working on this backspin for months. It's definitely still a struggle of mine, but with enough consistency and hard work, I have been showing some progress, which I am super excited about. I'm not a huge fan of doing the backspin this way. I really don't like trying to pivot into it, mainly because I still have such a hard time with it. I much prefer the other way of doing the backspin. Even at a standstill, I really don't like doing those entries, but of course I have to practice them for variety. And now I am moving on to my jumps. I always work my way up the ladder when it comes to the jumps, so I always start off with the waltz jumps. And to be honest, I really thought I was jumping higher than I am actually. It always feels like I'm jumping really high, but then when I watch the videos, it's like, oh no, I could definitely lift up a little bit higher and kick my leg through more. And I'm still working on the sal. It's not perfect, but it's getting there. I've been trying to actually bring my arms in instead of keeping them circular like I would for a waltz jump. And it's definitely made rotations a little bit easier. It definitely felt very weird to me, but the more I practice it, the more comfortable I feel. But personally, I really like the Mohawk to the sal entrance. Even though my Mohawks I still have a hard time with, I really like the Mohawk to sal entrance. It feels very comfortable for me, especially learning how to do that full rotation, keeping my arms in. And of course the toe loop, still the bane of my existence. Usually when I'm practicing the toe loop, I like to use that line as a guide so that I know that I'm getting my foot across and it's where it's supposed to be. And And now I'm moving on to the loop jump, my favorite jump. My favorite entrance for the loop is doing it from a 3-turn and then going into it. I'm not a huge fan of the backward crossovers into the loop jump entrance. It just feels really scary to me, and until I can defeat that mental block, it's definitely not gonna be my favorite entrance. And I didn't have a whole ton of time to practice my Lutz jump, and right now it doesn't really look like a Lutz. I'm still flutzing, but I'm still trying to get the motion of it down. In my last public skate session, a friend that I see, she told me about that entrance to try for the Lutz, and since then it's been a little easier, even though I know it's really not a Lutz just yet. But yeah, that is all I have today, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!